Live from the KWQC Broadcast Center in downtown Davenport with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, wedding planning can be stressful, but it doesn't have to be. How the Jaycees of the Quad Cities is stepping in to help hundreds of couples find everything they need for their big day.
Plus, elevate your workplace with impactful strategies and leadership. We'll learn more about an upcoming local event that focuses on the power of storytelling.
And how a local animal shelter is partnering with a national fundraising organization for an exciting weekend event. You're watching Quad Cities Live, and that's where we begin on this Thursday, January 22nd. Thank you for joining us. I'm Morgan Otier.
I'm Kyle Keel. This weekend, One Local Animal Rescue is teaming up with a national nonprofit known for turning fundraising into a high-energy, feel-good experience.
Very exciting. Joining us today to talk about that and much more, Melissa Conway from King's Harvest Pet Rescue. Melissa, welcome back.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. We have a lot to get to, but before we talk more about this really special fundraising event, let's talk about our adoptable four-legged friend that you brought here today.
Very
what a
excited
beautiful,
she could make it.
Beautiful little girl. So this is Babe?
Yep, this is Babe. She is 3 years old and she's looking for her forever home.
Hi, Babe.
Yes, she would prefer to be the only pet in a home. She likes to be the center of attention.
Oh, there's that tail wagging. Okay. Come on, Babe, turn around.
She hears me saying her name.
Oh, she is so cute. I was just saying she's a beautiful dog.
She is.
She's got her pretty sweater on, but if she didn't have it on, you could see more of her coat, which is incredible. She's got like different spots and everything. Beautiful, like hazel colored, golden honey colored eyes. Just a pretty dog.
Yeah, she really is. And unfortunately, this is not Babe's first time in the shelter. She's had quite a bit of a story with her, just like a lot of animals in your shelter.
Yeah, so Babe actually came to us in 2024 and she was adopted out very briefly and she ended up having to come back to us. She had heartworm, which for those of you who don't know is very dangerous for dogs. So she had to be in isolation for about 2 months while she was getting treatment. And she's doing great now. She is all better, and that means she can look for her forever home now.
Yeah, we're so happy to hear that, and I can't wait for an update. Because I'm sure there's people watching right now. I mean, she is just the sweetest disposition. And so it did not take her super long to warm up, right?
No.
She was really shy when she first came in, and now she's visited with us several times. So we want to also talk about a really exciting event happening this weekend. So Jordan's Way is stopping by Davenport, King's Harvest, as part of a national tour. Can you tell us a little bit about what Jordan's Way is? I was kind of like looking around on social media, and this person stops by shelters all over the country.
Yeah, he travels all over the country, stopping at shelters, doing live fundraisers. So he does really exciting events at shelters. And they're just live, raising money, doing some challenges, and having a lot of fun.
Okay, so this is happening this Saturday at King's Harvest Pet Rescue. So what should folks, what do they need to know about Jordan's Way being in town? How can they get involved or take part in that?
Yeah, we're hoping to get as many volunteers as we can. So if anyone at home is interested, they can either come to our shelter to fill out a volunteer application. They can get online and fill one out. They can reach out to us on Facebook. Just send us a message. We're looking for as many people as possible to come to the shelter at around 9 a.m. that day to get ready for it and just help out with the live stream and some challenges and with the dogs and everything.
Okay.
And obviously the funds are very important that you raise from this. So where will those funds go toward?
Yeah, so most of the funding that we do get at our shelter is for medical treatment. So dogs like Babe that come to us with heartworm and need life-saving treatment, or other dogs that come to us that are sick or have something broken, as well as spays and neuters, and then general checkups and ongoing treatment is where most of the money goes. So so these funds will go a really long way for helping us take in some dogs that are in bad situations or need a little extra help.
Okay, good to know. And if somebody cannot make it in person, let's say they're not able to volunteer on Saturday, what are some other ways that they can help or feel like they're part of this, right? This is going to be live streamed on social media?
Yeah, so watching live, the live stream is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Facebook. So watching live goes a long way, gets the viewer count up, interacting, helps get the word out.
Fantastic.
Sharing about it goes a long way, and of course donating.
It's very exciting. I'm sure the whole team at King's Harvest is looking forward to this. How did this even come about, being able to get Jordan's Way, you know, in Davenport this weekend?
Yeah, so they're just really generous, and our director reached out, talked to him a little bit, and he had come to the shelter, I believe last year or the year before.
Okay.
Did a fundraiser with them.
That's
and
great.
Went really well, yeah, and so we're so excited that he was able to come back this year and help us out again.
I love that. That's awesome. Can't wait.
Yeah, so if you would like to support King's Harvest, we've got the hours and the phone number and address on your screen. Well, we don't have the phone number there, but we've got the website where you can go and take a look at everything going on. That's kingsharvestpetrescue.org. And if you want to donate this weekend during the Jordan's Way live fundraiser, you can visit King's Harvest Pet Rescue on Facebook. Thank you so much, Melissa. And little babe, thank you for coming in today. We'll find you a home. And very smart dog. She's got her sweater on. She's ready for the cold.
Good job. Exactly.
Yes.
Coming up on QCL, wedding planning. It can be a bit overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. The Jaycees of the Quad Cities Wedding Expo is putting everything under one roof. We're getting details next.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
If you are newly engaged, planning a wedding, or maybe just dreaming about the big day, this is an event you'll want on your radar. The Jaycees of the Quad Cities Wedding Expo is a tradition that's been helping couples plan for nearly 4 decades now. It is back this year, bigger than ever. Joining us this afternoon are Wedding Expo co-chairs Drew Grace and Brianna Powell. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you.
Yes, I love talking about this event. You all do such an amazing job with this every year. Before we get started on that, though, let's talk a little bit about Jaycees. Drew, can you tell us about the organization? Give us a little background on what you all do.
Sure. So the Jaycees, or the United States Junior Chamber, is the official name, is about 100 years old. We're an international young professional organization, and the Quad Cities chapter has been around for about 80 years.
Wow.
So we've been around for a while, but we focus on just developing young professionals, you know, through leadership opportunities, you know, community engagement and big fundraising events like the Wedding Expo.
Yeah, and this is a big one. So Drew, describe the Wedding Expo for us, for people that may have never been or maybe have not heard of it yet. It's been going on for more than 40 years now. We're approaching 41 years since the 80s. So yeah, tell us all about it.
Yeah, so the Wedding Expo is the largest and oldest Quad Cities Expo. People from all over, not necessarily the Quad Cities, but brides and grooms from all over can come over, and they can visit over 120 vendors to see what they're about and help plan their big day.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the Wedding Expo is huge. It's our very first year, like you said.
Yeah.
So
it is
every
big.
every year we do give back to the community with the profits that we raise from the Wedding Expo. So
okay, wonderful. So who is this, Brianna, Wedding Expo for? Obviously, I mean, we just saw the video that you guys provided us. There's a lot going on there, so I can imagine it's also a great place just to get some ideas.
Yeah, so it's really for anyone in the wedding planning process, whether you just got engaged or whether you're far into the process and your wedding's coming up. It's also for anyone involved in the process, whether it's, we like to call them the nearly weds, the engaged couple, their parents, wedding parties, really anyone involved in making those decisions. It's a really nice day to get ideas, meet with local vendors, and then also just kind of like feel special. It's one of the most special times of your life, so if you just have one more excuse to wear white and walk around, it's a great day.
You are so right. You know, it is a chance just to celebrate a very special time in your lives, and once again, meet a lot of really great people that work so hard in this industry. Speaking of, what types of vendors, Brianna, should people be expecting to see at this event?
So with over 120 vendors, we have a really wide array of services they offer, from venues to caterers to florists, even to a fireworks display vendor, a violinist, wedding officiant, different things like that, travel agents. So it really is like a one-stop shop for anything you might need to book for your wedding day.
Yeah, that is exciting. And just in you describing that to me just now, there was 5 things that I may have never even thought about wanting for a wedding that I would go, oh yeah, that's a great idea. I'm gonna talk to that person and see if we can do that. Okay, so as we mentioned, Drew, this all started back in 1985. the year I was born, aging myself. She's 40, folks. With 20 vendors. So it has grown exponentially in that amount of time. So what have you all done over the years and your predecessors with the Jaycees, you know, to keep it relevant, to keep it evolving, to keep it growing?
Well, one instance that comes to mind is COVID. So we had to do a lot of adapting around that time. We had to obviously cater to the attendees' needs and health needs, obviously. So we, you know, we made it so like you can go through the expo still without having to touch anyone or be close to anyone, and still keep the 6 feet distance and all that. But yeah, I think just bringing in vendors from all over and various types of vendors too helps bring people's attention to what they could possibly do for their wedding. So
absolutely, and you know, it's people want to be part of it. You know, once you've been such a mainstay in a community for decades, you know, vendors, this is something that they're like, we can't miss. This is a can't miss event, I'm sure, for many of them. So can you go over the different ticket options for us? Because if you do plan on going, it's not this Saturday, it is the following Saturday, the 31st. So you do need a ticket to attend.
Yeah, so we have our general admission is going to be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. this year. Tickets ahead of time online are $10. At the door the day of, they'll be $15 for that general admission. This year, our VIP experience also has an extra VIP hour. So if they buy the VIP experience, which is $50, they get in at 9 a.m. That $50 ticket also includes entry for 2 people, whether it's the couple with the mom, dad, whoever it is. So it's 2 people for that $50.
Yeah.
They also get an upgraded tote bag full of exclusive vendor offers that nobody else gets.
Yes, that's great.
And then they also get 2 drink tickets to use while they walk around. So.
That is wonderful. Okay, a good reason to do that for sure. Jaycees of the Quad Cities Wedding Expo is happening next Saturday, January 31st at the River Center in downtown Davenport. Doors open at 10 a.m. But of course, as Brianna explained, VIP ticket holders can get in early. To purchase your ticket, visit jcexpo.com. Drew and Brianna, great job today. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, thank you. Coming up after the break, making an impact in the workplace using the power of storytelling. Details on how to take part in next week's inspiring event next.
Quad Cities Live continues.
If you're looking for a way to energize your team, sharpen your leadership skills, or simply get inspired to do better work in 2026, an amazing opportunity is exactly 1 week away.
Yeah, the Sales Kickoff Conference for Small Businesses is next Thursday at the Waterfront Convention Center, and it is hosted by keynote speaker Dustin James from Moments Performance Group. Dustin, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys having me.
Yes, of course. So first off, we want you to tell our audience a little bit about yourself and what exactly it is that you do.
Yeah.
Sure. Always been a serial entrepreneur. I have my hands in a lot of things, but the one that really provides a lot of passion is the speaking business, Moments Performance Group. So an opportunity to share real-world stories for big businesses, big brands, Orkin, Remax, Uline, all the way down to your local state associations, home service space. I've really been blessed to be able to speak in pretty much every sector, but it's an opportunity to bring value, help people think a little bit differently, and really try to, for me, it's a passion of talking in reality, right? I'm not going to take somebody to a mountaintop. Right. I didn't get to play, I'm not a pro athlete, right? I'm just kind of that everyday guy that works hard and hopefully can inspire and give new ideas to help people grow their business or grow deeper relationships.
But that is relatable,
it is.
You know, and I think that goes very, very far for a lot of folks, is that relatability. And recently you were named one of Real Leaders' top 50 impact speakers for 2026. So this is very recent. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. It is a big honor. I'm a very humble guy, so it's one of those trying to figure out
like how to talk about it.
Yeah, because when you hear names, I mean, you hear names like Tony Robbins or Simon Sinek, like to even be in that list, whether it's a list of 1,000 to be on that list, like those are some very instrumental people in life, and so it's a great honor. Now I'm just trying to how to build on that, right, as a business.
Yeah, and speaking of these recognitions, you've also been called America's Top Corporate Energizer.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a pretty big honor as well. So when these organizations are calling you in, what are they typically looking for as far as your assistance with their team?
Yeah, so my wheelhouse is really kicking off a conference, right? I love big music. music. I love massive crowd engagement. I love to bring that energy in a room. So if somebody's really like looking to set that tone, now of course I talk a lot in the sales lane or entrepreneurship, but you know, of course people use the word motivational speaker. I'll lean into it. It's fine. I love the real world, right? So so that's kind of that's my ideal wheelhouse. But I've come in to do annual meetings, you know, sales conferences, of course, but just you know, might be some of the, just, it's crazy all the different industries that are out there. Everybody's got an association, and you're just kind of in awe of how many events go on in the course of the year.
It's so funny to hear you talk about all of this, Dustin, because what you're saying is a lot of people's worst nightmare.
It really is.
I love mass events, getting in front of crowds, getting them all hyped up. But
doesn't make you nervous at all.
Yeah, and there he is in action as well. We put together a little bit of a video here, and it shows what the audience looks like, and obviously they're having a great time, smiling, laughing. You focus heavily on storytelling, as we mentioned, leading up to your segment today. So why does that matter so much in today's workplace?
Well, storytelling touches us in so many different avenues, right? Everybody, even as a speaker, you're going to get up and tell a story, and people hear it, they feel it, and stories just allow us to create the imagery. Maybe they can see us in those shoes, or maybe, you know, as I'm telling a story, somebody's like, man, like that struggle was my child back in the day. And when you can really touch the heart, right? Because that's what we want. That's the humanization side of business. It makes a huge difference, especially in this digital, virtual world, things that can touch the heart or keep us top of mind when a customer needs us, right? They're in a bind. Who do I call? Who's that person? Who's that business? Who's that guy or girl that can help me, right, in that process? And there's great significance, and you know, there's science back behind it, right? We're 73% more likely to remember a story versus data or analytics. Like, there's a lot of power in that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like with a story you can make that connection.
Yes, very much so. And people only see us for where we are. So when we can actually step out of that and tell a story, whether it's our personal story or maybe it's on resilience or just that human connection, people are like, wow, I didn't see that coming, or I would have never thought. They only see us for our jobs and titles. They have no idea the grit, the resilience, the adversity we've had to overcome.
Well, so as we mentioned at the top here, we've got the big event happening next weekend, or I should say next week, next Thursday, SKO 2026 at the Waterfront Convention Center in Bettendorf. So what can people expect as they come to the convention?
Yeah, so extremely excited. Got one of my fellow speaker friends, Rob Ferre, international MC, is coming in from Utah to help MC the event. So we're getting top-notch MC work. We'll talk about humanize before you monetize, how to tie relationships to revenue. We'll talk about how to sell the customer experience. Huge networking opportunity for, if you're a business, you can be an exhibitor, you can buy a ticket. If you can't make it, you can also donate tickets to St. Ambrose Sales Program for students, right? Once again, developing those sales networking skills. We'll actually have raffle prizes. We're giving away Fever tickets, Cubs tickets. Just a great opportunity to come together. So if you're a business, whether you're a solopreneur, entrepreneur, you've got a sales team, we'd love to have you be part of it. And the cool part about it is all the proceeds go to the Alzheimer's Foundation. So I've got a lot of personal investment in that. We've all been affected by different ways, and trying to just create a massive win-win that will turn into a yearly event here in the Quad Cities. And relationships.
Absolutely, and a great cause behind it all. What sounds like an amazing event. Here's the information on your screen.
Yeah, you can hear from Dustin at the inaugural Sales Kickoff Conference for Small Businesses. It's next Thursday, January 29th at the Waterfront Convention Center in downtown Bettendorf. It runs from 1 to 5 p.m. So if you want to purchase tickets, visit momentsperformancegroup.com, and we'll be sure to have all this information on our website as well. Dustin, thanks so much for being here today, and good luck next Thursday. Sounds like a great event.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the opportunity. I always appreciate it.
Yes, and still to come after the break, we take a 12-year trip down memory lane, to March of 2014 for the start of a new career journey. Stick with us.
Quad Cities Live continues.
Okay, it is Thursday, which means it's time for our Throwback Thursday segment. So how far are you throwing it back today?
Only 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, this was this popped up on my feed recently. It was me and Jim Cantori in downtown Davenport.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tyler, who's directing our show today, I was filling in on the morning show that morning, and he said that he ran into to Jim Cantori in the Village at dinner the night before because he was in town.
That's so cool.
I tracked him down, and I got to meet him. He was one of my idols growing up.
Oh, yeah.
I always loved his field coverage, whether he was in the snowstorms or in hurricanes. Always wanted to do his job, but then, you know, family and stuff. I'm like, I'm good. I'll stay put at home. But Jim Cantore is probably going to go somewhere in the south here over the next few days because they're going to get hammered with heavy snow, ice storm as well. So that's going to top the weather headlines in our newscast. But yeah, it was great to meet one of my childhood idols.
You know when he's in town, when he's in your backyard, that
it's not good.
Something's going on with the weather. So yeah, that's very cool. So my Throwback Thursday goes back almost 12 years.
Wow.
So there's David Nelson. I know a lot of people will recognize him. So this was the day that I got the job as a co-anchor on the morning show.
Wow.
So yes, March of 2014, and they used to get cakes for us.
Yeah. Where's that now?
That was cool. Yeah. So yeah, we had done the show, and then Greg Dutra brought out a cake. So when I started, I was working with David Nelson there and Greg Dutra. And yeah, it was very cool. And then I went on to do the morning show for some odd 8 years. Yeah, 8 years of waking up. And people ask me this all the time. What time do you wake up to go in? 1:30 a.m.
Yep.
And then try to be in by 3. I think I was supposed to be in by 2:30, but you know what? It's touch and go at that time.
It is hard.
Yeah.
Our bodies are not meant to get up that early.
And not for 8 years. I think I'm still recovering.
I did 2.5 years, and I'm like, you know what? I'm good.
Yeah, it is an early morning. So yeah, I found that on like my Facebook page, my KWQC Facebook page, and I'm like, oh, it's almost that time of year. So,
it is,
yeah. All right, well, thanks for throwing it back with us today. And of course, as always, we would love to see other people's throwback photos.
Hashtag TBT, right?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for watching.
Jeopardy's next, followed by your news at 4. We'll see you tomorrow.